The first step to making lasagna is preparing your water for your noodles to boil. So just put some salt in there and then put that to boil. Here I have a smaller baking dish, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of make sure how many noodles that I need for it. And then I'm gonna put the noodles in to boil. I also like to put a little bit of olive oil into my water. It keeps your noodles from sticking. And I'm on the phone with my man and we're just gossiping about whatever TV show I had been watching. So I'm just going to make sure that all of my noodles start to submerge because I didn't want to use a huge pot where I didn't need to. So here you see me just kind of tucking them into the water so they all get cooked evenly. Then what I'm going to do is let my noodles cool in some water that is in a large pot. I just use some cold water and let it sit there for a while I get everything else cooked. So I'm not reaching in and playing with hot noodles. So I'm going to start on my meat sauce. This is a pound of ground beef. And what I'm going to do is just kind of break it apart. And then I put a chopped half onion inside. I do a pinch of salt. It's really up to your taste, however much you want to put in. I'm going to start adding my seasonings. This is black pepper. That is either onion or garlic. I can't tell. And that is either garlic or onion. I really can't tell. It's fine though. You just want to make sure that you have both. I put some oregano and parsley in as well, and some red crushed pepper because I like it to have a little bit of a spice. You can use fresh or you can use jarred garlic. It's good to have both the powdered seasoning and also the physical vegetable, like onion and garlic. Then here, what I'm going to do is remove the excess oil. I'm just going to put it into a glass jar and put it to the side. This is a red sauce that I got from Aldi. It's just, I think a garlic season something. I'm really not sure, but it doesn't really matter because I had so much seasoning already. And what I did is I added a little bit of water to the jar to get the rest of the sauce out. Then here I'm tasting and I'm trying to see what else I want to add more of. So I did go in with more salt, more pepper. And then what we're gonna do is let that come to a simmer. And then we're gonna put a small layer on the bottom of our pan. I like to do meat, cheese, and then pasta. So here what I'm putting is Muenster cheese. And I'm putting a layer of these slices that I got from Aldi, and then also a layer of ricotta. And I just kind of like to play with this a little bit and get a little even layer as best as we can. And after that, we're gonna put a layer of noodles. I have a pair of cooking shears, so I go ahead and clip an end off, make sure it fits nicely. And then we're just going to do a whole layer. You're gonna do another layer of meat, and then you're gonna put some more cheese. Here I already had some cheese that I have been shredding for the past couple of days, making quesadillas and stuff. So I'm gonna use that before I go in and decide if I want to shred some more. This is a mixture of Colby Jack, and I also have mozzarella. I'm gonna do a second layer of our noodles now that we've done our cheese. And And then what I'm doing is kind of doing it like a little puzzle piece. So I don't want to waste my noodles. Here I'm gonna use the rest of that cheese. And you can actually see me laughing at a podcast that I'm watching and telling my man like what is happening, because he hears me laughing and he's like, I want to know, I want to laugh too. So this is optional, but you can also add some Parmesan on the top if you want to have that. Sometimes we have fresh, sometimes we have jarred. At 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. You just want to keep an eye on your cheese to see when it's nice and melted. I made 2 pans because I had plenty of noodles and meat. So look at that. It just looks so good. Let me know if you guys try this recipe and how it turns out.